to thank you all for coming this morning, and welcome to the Nothing to Do Saturday morning show. I was talking to my wife yesterday, and she was telling me about Pakistan and some of the troubles they were going through, so I decided, why don't I invite a panel of experts here to tell us a little more about Pakistan. So here I have experts from every field to tell us about Pakistan and where they're headed. Right here I have Kalen. He's an excommunicated rabbi, author of Religion, It's What's for Dinner, and labeled as the most opinionated man by New York Times. I have Drea Cordova, MFD, DDS, PhD, and RN, and a personal friend of Malala. I have here Luis da Cruz, PhD of Economics, author of How to Make It Big in the Little World, and winner of 2 Nobel Prizes, and personal friend of Elder Jeffrey R. Holland. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And here we have Trevor. He is a writer of National Geographic. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you guys' time and showing up with us today. Kalen, we're going to start with you. I have some questions about religion in Pakistan.
All right.
How does Pakistan religion contribute to them being an authoritative state?
Religious forces and authoritarian regime have worked together throughout history. If religion is about morality, ethics, and high human values, then politics is generally about manipulation, lie, and the art of the possible. Yet whenever unpopular, illegitimate politicians needed support, the religious authorities extended help, rarely challenging them, thus extending religious influence.
So what about the connection between political leaders and religious leaders?
Well, it's kind of like you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. The ruling politicians in Pakistan have had strong connections with religious groups, viewing Islamic politics more as an opportunity rather than a challenge. Pakistan helps us understand that using religion can produce different results under different types of rulers.
Great, thank you. Dr. Cordova, how are you?
Doing great, how are you?
Good, doing well. So how does the culture in Pakistan lead to them having a dictatorship?
Well, most Pakistanis are illiterate and not very educated, so they don't understand politics well enough, and because they aren't able to educate themselves or their children, the only thing they understand is their jobs. So if somebody comes in and asks them, or just talks politics with them, they can be easily persuaded with large words, smiles, and a lot of head nodding.
So in your opinion, why does Pakistan work better under an authoritative state?
It's mostly because they need a strong authority to put them in check and to guarantee stability with force. It's like a parent basically training their child to behave, and if they behave, they're rewarded, but if they don't, they're going to be disciplined and put back into obedience.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Tell Malala I said holla. Great. Dr. Cruz, how are you today?
Doing wonderful, thank you.
Good, how's Elder Holland?
Good as always.
Good. So economics is a tough subject for people to handle. I need you to dumb it down for us. Talk about the economics of Pakistan.
The current Pakistani economic situation is basically this. It's a country that grows at about 5% a year, which may sound wonderful to a world that has a lot of economic issues. But in reality, Pakistan only has a GDP of about $250 billion with a per capita of $1,333. So it needs to grow at a faster rate than what it is.
Okay. And so you talked about how dictatorship tends to be better, but want to bring in stability within the nation?
Well, if we look at the history of Pakistan, we see that Pakistan has grown so much more under a dictatorship. For example, under General Zia, Pakistan grew up to 10% a year. And in a country of such big poverty, that's really what it needs. Great,
thank you.
Of course.
All right. Thank you for coming. How's National Geographic going for you?
It's going great. I love it.
Good. How many countries have you been to for National Geographic?
Oh, I've been to quite a few now. I think I've lost count, but it's been a great experience.
Great. Well, let's talk history. I know you've done a lot of history for a lot of countries, a lot of cultures. Let's talk history of Pakistan. What is one aspect that has caused Pakistan to enter into an authoritative state in the past?
I think from what I've seen and kind of the research that I've done is the Constitution, I definitely believe. They redid the Constitution in 1973, and they kind of implemented a president and prime minister type of government, and that worked out really well. But one of the downfalls was they made it high treason to suppress the Constitution. But in 1979, as has happened in the past, General Zia declared martial law, and he basically negated the Constitution.
Okay. And so, do you feel like the Constitution is under attack again? What does that mean for the country?
To some degree, yes, it is. What it means for the country is it's possibly a benefit. Like Luis was saying, that under dictatorship, they tend to do better economically, and just kind of what we've seen, it seems that that's kind of the way they do the best.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time. Well, there you have it from our experts here at the Saturday Morning We Have Nothing to Do show. We appreciate your time and hope the next Saturday morning you have nothing to do. Thank you.